Let there be light. Welcome, brothers and sisters, my fellow citizens of the Republic of Zambia, to today's talk on the Light of Zambia channel. I'm your usual host, Procurious Mwape. I'm the president of the Light of Zambia movement. And in today's video, I'll be discussing a very interesting topic owing to what is happening in the political arena today. Obviously, you understand that Zambia is about to go for pause. On the 13th of August, 2026, we'll be having elections in our country. And the politicians are making themselves ready for that grand day. And we've seen a lot of groups that have been formed, a lot of, alliances being formed of especially the opposition political parties trying to build this very strong and formidable group that would unseat the UPND government. Now, to start with, I have to commend them, because out of unity, that's when you can achieve whatever it is that you would like to achieve. Now, I have my own way to look at it. I'm thinking that the unity that is being built is somehow misdirected. Why do I say so? Because if you've been following what I've been posting and publishing on the Light of Zambia channel, I've time and again stated that Zambia has been a poor nation under the UPND and was a poor nation under the PF and the MMD governments. So what does that imply? It implies that Zambia has been a poor nation ever since it became a state, a nation state. Now, when I look at these measures, when I look at these alliances that are being formed, political alliances, I'm remaining with one question in my head. Is it possible that these people who participated in the former governments, which actually failed to perform to uplift the living standards of the common Zambian, would be able to deliver us, to emancipate us from our economic problems that we are going through today? My observation and my conclusion is that it is not possible, because these are the same people who held very senior positions in the previous governments, and they could not manage to emancipate the people of Zambia. That tells us that it's actually the system of governance, like I've been saying in the Light of Zambia movement, that the system of governance is the actual culprit that has made Zambia to continue being a poor nation. And this system of governance I'm talking about is democracy. Now, I know many people have followed this channel, especially to those who are subscribers already, who understand the message of this channel or of this movement. You know that I'm one person who has no kind words for democracy, because I know it to be something that is not good for us, it has not helped us, and it is not something we can depend upon. So then what are we proposing? In the Light of Zambia movement, we are proposing Ubuntu mode of governance, which actually our own creation, our own philosophy of governance, because we looked at the system of governments that have existed in this world, and we've seen, we being Bantu people of southern, or should I say sub-Saharan Africa, we very well resonate with a system of governance that places a traditional leader at the center of it. Now, let me try to explain what I've just meant here to those of you who are meeting me for the first time. In the previous governments, or should I say before the coming of the colonizers, our chiefs were our heads. They protected us against our enemies, against our tribes that would come to battle or to fight with us or to fight against us. They were able to protect us and just manage every affair of our lives in those days. And when Europeans came, they equally respected the role of a traditional leader, hence the introduction of indirect rule. The Europeans ruled the Africans using traditional leaders. So you can see, even as we could maybe call Europeans to have been so evil, such that they colonized us, but one thing they maintained and respected was the role of a traditional leader in our society. So they leveraged on that and built a system of governance which incorporated traditional leaders. No matter how bad it was, the fact is these colonizers noticed some importance in this traditional leadership. So, what are we saying here now? What we are saying is, first off, it is not right that we should have the same politicians who were there in all the previous governments that you had, today coming and claiming to be our saviors. Please rest assured that these people are not going to do anything good for you and me. That is a fact. Unless you just want to become that person who wants to go with the crowd. It doesn't matter whether this crowd is right or wrong. You are just willing to follow the wind. But if you are one person who is well principled and would like to stand for what is right, no matter the situation, then I can tell you that this group being formulated today, or these groups that are being formulated under the ideology of democracy, under the ideology of representative democracy, please understand this clearly. They will never emancipate Zambia. They will never make Zambia a better place. Zambia will remain a poor nation. All they want is simply to be the ones that will be controlling the financial sector of our country, so that they could benefit from the resources, the natural resources that our nation is endowed with. Now, is that what we want? The answer is definitely no. That's why I'm shedding light on this particular issue, because some of our brothers and sisters are so simple-minded, such that when they see a movement like that come up, without questioning, without looking at the ideology, without paying attention to the issues that they are talking about, they'll just be carried with the crowd. And I can tell you that that is very dangerous for you and also for your future generations. Because what are you building for your future generations? If Zambia for over 60 years now is a poor nation, do you want it to continue being a poor nation? The answer is no. If you are a sensible person, we should be able to devise a solution to our problem. And that solution I'm talking about is the mode of governance. Remember, do not look at the stature of these men. Do not look at how eloquent, how articulate they could be. Please, all that is useless. What is more important than anything else is the ideology, the manifesto that they are able to deliver. And how do we know if the manifesto is able to deliver the people of Zambia from poverty? This manifesto, whatever manifesto is going to deliver the people of Zambia from poverty, has to be anchored on traditional leadership. Anything other than that, rest assured once more that it will not going to take us anywhere. Because we've seen so many systems of governance in the world, and nothing has worked better than a monarchy. Nothing has worked better than a country that is being governed by traditional leaders. So here in Zambia, we are lucky because we have the Light of Zambia movement, which has come up, which has drawn completely from scratch a new system of governance that is tailor-made for Zambia, which would work well for the people of Zambia. So the choice is simply yours, either to follow such a movement or to completely reject it. But I can tell you that there is a cost in rejecting this kind of model of governance, because we know that it is the only solution for the people of Zambia. So if you reject it, what you are saying is you don't care what your people will be, your future generations will be. It is none of your business. Now, what kind of parent or what kind of guardian would be of such kind? So, brothers and sisters, I encourage you to follow the Light of Zambia movement. Please share this message widely. Share the message widely. Then follow, be part of the Light of Zambia movement. If only we could build numbers. Remember, getting into power is not a problem. What is important is for people to be part of that power. So that's why I'm encouraging you to be part of this movement so that we together now can introduce this mode of governance which is going to help every Zambian benefit from the natural resources. I've said it, I'll say it again. If today we said let us nationalize our natural resources, I've said it, those mines would become death traps for our people. And remember, democracy is very poor at managing state enterprises. Democracy is not a good vehicle you could use to nationalize any natural resources. You can't do it with democracy. You do it, you're in danger. That's why for countries that have done well, first of all, they had to devise a good and functional system of governance and nationalize their key assets or key resources so that the government could properly take good care of them. The same is what is supposed to happen in our country here, Zambia. So, brothers and sisters, I don't want to keep you long watching this video. I'm just encouraging you to share it widely and be part of this movement so that as we build the numbers, even every Zambian is going to see that this is the way to go. And they'll come forward and be part of us. And they'll be able to see the light that we are proclaiming here. Do you see? That is very important. Please don't stay away from this movement, because it is the only movement that can liberate Zambia. So I think let me end here and simply say, let there be light.